Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So as y'all know, I have been away for a while. I was in Europe, but I'm back, and I've been back for about half the month now, but I haven't really been doing much. I've just been sleeping, which sounds horrible. I've actually been looking for a job. I'm moving out in the next couple of weeks to San Antonio. Anyway, today I'll be reviewing the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Foundation, which just recently came out. I will say that this foundation has been out in Europe for a while now. I saw it last year when I was in Italy. It definitely has been out for a while in Europe, but in the US, it just recently came out. It does have, the packaging is great. It does come with a pump, which I think is a great bonus. I am in the shade Warm Nude, and to be honest, when I was looking at all the foundation shades at the store, I could not decide what shade I was. I felt like it was too light, this was too dark, and then, you know, that thing I do where, you know, I open the foundation and okay, well, if y'all know me, y'all know that I do that, and I did do it, and I actually bought shade 50, which was actually way too dark for me, so I ended up giving it to my mom, and I went back to a different Walmart and I got the shade 30, which is Warm Nude, and I think I am the shade lighter, but I don't mind this. It does tend to oxidize, just letting y'all know beforehand, so definitely try to get a shade lighter than you actually are, because it will oxidize into your skin tone after a couple of minutes or an hour. I'm not sure, but I do notice that it does oxidize when I go outside. This foundation does come in 5 to 6 shades. I'm not sure, correct me if I'm wrong, but that being said, I'm just gonna go ahead and read you the description from the Ulta website because I don't think it's up on the Maybelline.com website. Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Foundation gives an all-day flawless coverage and better looking skin in 3 weeks. The foundation reduces the appearance of spots, bumps, dullness, and redness, and gives you a brighter, even more, and smoother skin. So the benefits of this foundation is all-day flawless coverage and better looking skin in 3 weeks. It's longwear that improves skin every minute you're in it. With the antioxidant power of Actyl C, I'm not sure if I said that right, a more durable form of vitamin C for all skin types, medium to full coverage. This foundation is 1 fluid ounce, which is the standard for most foundations. This foundation is a great foundation. When Maybelline released this, they also released the concealer. I will say that I do love the concealer, but my only issue with the concealer after using it these past week and a half, I believe, it does tend to crease underneath my eyes, so that's my only issue. And because it's so, I don't know how to describe it, but the point is that it almost gets like greasy underneath my eyes. Not that it feels gross or anything, but my mascara, if it's not waterproof, it tends to smudge underneath my eyes, and it's something that doesn't normally happen with my other concealers, but with this it does. I mean, that's my only pet peeve, but I mean, it's easily fixed. It does tend to happen if I'm out in the sun, and I do live in Texas, so the humidity here is ridiculous, disgusting, and it's super hot all the time, so it could just be that. That being said, anyways guys, without wasting any more time, I'm just gonna go ahead and insert the demo now. Hey guys, and welcome to the demo portion of this video. Now, as y'all know, I am demoing the Superstay Better Skin Maybelline Foundation. So anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and start going in. I'm gonna take one pump, and I'm just gonna pour it onto the top of my hand, the front part of my hand, the back. What is that? Is this the front or the back? I'm not sure. Anyway, this foundation isn't runny at all. It's kind of similar to the matte and poreless Maybelline foundation. However, it has a little more of a liquid consistency compared to that. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my beauty blender first, because y'all always seem to be like, Alex, what about beauty blender? Include the beauty blender, and I always forget. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and start on this side of my face, which is where I have the most problem right now, right around here. I was trying out this new CoverGirl foundation, which I will be reviewing, and I slept with it, and it made me break out. It's just my sleeping schedule has been so off lately. But anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and take the beauty blender. I'm gonna dab it into my foundation, and I'm just gonna go ahead and start pressing it in. And I'm kind of layering on a second layer. This foundation layers beautifully, guys. Like, with this beauty blender, I cannot even see it on my skin. It looks like my skin. And I'm gonna go ahead and put it on my forehead. And if I go off camera, it's because I'm trying not to mess up my eyebrows. So that was kind of a layered version of this application. I didn't use the whole pump that I got out. I used about 3/4 of that pump, and I still have another 1/4 of that pump still on my hand that I can use. I did use almost a full pump because it is a beauty blender, so it does absorb some of the product, whereas I'm sure if I had used my buffing brush, which you'll see in a minute, I wouldn't have needed to use that much foundation. That being said, guys, it covered amazingly. Like, do y'all see this? Everything's covered up. I will say that some of my blemishes are slightly peeking through, but they are very dark pigmented, so I wasn't expecting the foundation to fully cover those spots compared to the side where you still see some of my blemishes. But it did cover everything up, and I'm kind of shocked because I did use a beauty blender. I haven't used a beauty blender before with this foundation, guys. I have used this before, but never with the beauty blender. Now guys, I'm gonna go ahead and with my buffing brush, and I'm actually gonna take out another pump and see how much that does for me, and if I have any left over, I'll just use it to spot conceal. And again, another pump, and this time I'm just gonna dab my brush into the foundation slightly without picking too much up, and I'm just gonna start stippling it in. Now guys, with the stippling brush, I actually ended up only using half a pump of the foundation, so you definitely save a lot more product if you're using a stippling brush. However, I will say that actually this is a hard choose. Honestly, they both look about the same. I will say that the beauty blender side looks just a tad bit more sheared out, obviously, but I do prefer the brush side of my face. It looks a little bit more flawless compared to this side, but I'm just gonna go ahead and with my beauty blender and kind of let it sink into my skin by dabbing it on. But guys, as y'all can see, it definitely covered up everything. It looks flawless on my skin. It doesn't have a matte finish. It's definitely more of a demi-matte. I could be wrong. People were probably saying that it's something else, but I want to say it is a demi-matte finish. It's not matted, but it's not I wouldn't call it a satin either. It's definitely a demi-matte, almost like the matte in Powerless, where it gives you your face like natural looking skin. That being said, guys, I'm just gonna go ahead and finish my makeup and I'll be right back. Hey guys, so I finished applying my makeup and I'm just gonna let y'all get a close-up of that. And it's a very flawless foundation. I won't say that it's full coverage, but it's definitely medium to full coverage, and I'm just gonna go ahead and zoom out. So guys, now that I've applied it all over my face, I'm just gonna give you a really quick feedback before I leave and come back later. I will say that this foundation is not full coverage. It's definitely medium buildable coverage, but I can still see some of my dark pigmentation peeking through underneath the foundation. But other than that, it is a great foundation. It covered everything up. This is a Superstay foundation, so we're just gonna go ahead and test the time. It is now 7:52, and I don't know if you can see that because there's a glare, but it's 7:52, and I'll be back in a couple hours. I didn't wake up till 5, so I will be up all night, guys. I don't know what's wrong with my sleeping schedule, but yeah, I'll be back later, guys, so stay tuned. Hey guys, I'm back. It's now 11:52. It's been 4 hours since I initially put on my foundation and I checked in with y'all. So I've been cleaning like crazy. I rearranged my room, so if you see my bed in the background, it's like perpendicular, not parallel to the camera. I don't know. Anyway, I rearranged my bed. I rearranged my whole room. You can see my fan now. I don't know. Anyway, look at my foundation. I am starting to get really oily around my T-zone. It's nothing that powder can't fix. I'm not like a grease ball or anything, but it definitely does need some touch-up. So I'm just gonna take my 187 brush from MAC and I'm just gonna powder some Neutrogena Shine Control Powder. It really does work. And I'm just gonna put that underneath my eyes and my nose and my forehead real quick. Now my forehead doesn't seem to be that oily as much as my cheeks. It doesn't look like super oily. It kind of feels like it looked like I had put highlighter on, and I kind of had to think like, did I put highlighter on? But I didn't, so it definitely was the foundation. But putting that powder on, it definitely made my face look like putting on that powder definitely helped in that my face looks like I just put on foundation. So the foundation's holding up really well. I will say that it's starting to break down on my nose and around my nose. I'm not sure what's going on there, but it doesn't look too bad. I'm just gonna go ahead and zoom in for y'all so y'all can see for yourself. So anyways, guys, other than that, the foundation is holding up really well. I will say that I don't think this foundation would last a 12-hour day, just because, you know, when you put on foundation and your foundation starts to feel kind of heavy, I don't know how to describe the feeling, but it's that feeling where you know that soon you're gonna have to wash your face. And I'm not trying to say that like within the next hour or so, but there is a certain feeling that your foundation makes your face feel in the middle of your day. I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but anyway, I feel like this is the middle of my day, and so like 4 more hours and I'm gonna have to take off my foundation. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. I probably sound really dumb, but if you understand what I'm saying, let me know down below. If you don't, if you think I'm whack, let me know down below too. But anyway, guys, it's officially midnight and I'll be back in a couple more hours, so stay tuned. Hey guys, it's now 2:47. It has been 7 hours, I believe, 6 or 7. I don't know if I'm doing my math right, but I believe it's been 7 hours since I initially put on my foundation, and by now it is starting to break down around where I had my acne right here on my jawline, and as well as over here. Some of my acne spots are actually peeking through, and some of my redness from my acne is peeking through down here. But around my eyes where I have the Better Skin Concealer, it's still good, though I will say that my mascara is slightly smudging and it is slightly creasing, but nothing that tapping it into place won't fix. As far as oil, it's doing pretty well since the last touch-up. I will say that my T-zone is getting really oily, and the foundation is literally starting to feel like really gross on my skin. I definitely need to wash this off. Like, the acne I did have, I feel like this foundation made it get a little bit worse. So, that being said, just like I did last time, if I were to put some powder on my face, the foundation is back to normal. It looks perfectly fine. But again, it is breaking down where my acne spots are, and you know, the only way to fix that is to put on more foundation, or if I were to go in with a concealer, but I feel like with you shouldn't have to do that, you know? That being said, it is a drugstore foundation, so I wasn't expecting it to last amazing, crazy amount of time. I have tried the original Superstay foundation, and like this, it didn't last. It wasn't really Superstay. It did last me 7 to 8, maybe 9 hours tops. But again, I didn't use a setting spray today, so that could also be it. I'm sure if I had used the setting spray, it would have lasted 9 to 10 hours, but I didn't for the purposes of this video. So again, okay guys, I'm gonna start going down the list of pros, cons, and what the foundation claims. The benefits of this foundation was that it lasts all day and you got better skin with 3 weeks of use. The foundation, I don't feel like it would last all day. I mean, how much is all day? Like 12 hours? Maybe less. Anyway, I would say that this foundation lasted about 6 to 7 hours, but again, I didn't use a super setting spray. I didn't use anything to really control my oil other than the shine control powder, and this isn't, it's good, but it's not amazing. So I feel like if I had used a setting spray, it might have, you know, made it last 9 to 10 hours. So, however, I will say that the other times I've used this foundation, I feel like I do get the same results. I mean, this isn't a foundation that I would use for all day. If I were to need like all day coverage, I would just go to my Estee Lauder Double Wear. But as far as pricing, this is good for a longer day, but I wouldn't say all day. Now, the benefits of the Better Skin, I wouldn't necessarily say that this would make your skin better. I do feel like it does have ingredients that make your skin brighter and all this stuff, but for me personally, again, like I said, it was kind of irritating my skin. I can feel my acne getting a little bit worse, but not to the point where, you know, like, oh my god, but, you know, the fact that it's encouraging my acne doesn't necessarily make me feel better about it. Is it a good foundation? Yes. If you don't have sensitive skin, I think this is a great foundation. If you have dry or normal combo skin, this is a great foundation. If you have oily skin like myself, again, like I said, as long as you have some sort of shine control powders, setting spray, whatever you need to do to make your face not oily, it would work out for you. But if you have oily skin, this is not going to last you all day. But if you have dry combo skin, I would recommend this for you because I feel like it would last all day. Skin benefits, I would recommend this to people who have good skin. If you have acne or you suffer from really sensitive skin, I honestly wouldn't recommend this to you. I would say stay away from this. Stay away from Maybelline in general because I don't know what okay, like I have really sensitive skin, and for some reason Maybelline formulas tend to make me break out over time, and I'm kind of torn. I'm 50-50, so I don't want to say yes or no, but it is a good foundation. Again, if you don't have sensitive skin, then I think this would definitely work out for you. And if you don't have oily skin, again, it would work out for you. But for me personally, because I do have oily skin, I have sensitive skin, I give this foundation kind of a thumbs down because I'm kind of disappointed, but will I continue to wear it? Definitely, like on my lazy days or whatever, but I do like it. I'm just not in love, so I don't want to like be like, yeah, because I'm not impressed. And that's not even to say that I don't like drugstore foundations, because I do. I'm currently obsessed with the CoverGirl Outlast Day Luminous, and I'm honestly in love with this foundation. Like, this foundation, even though it's not the best, even though it slightly makes me break out sometimes, I love this. This was wow to me. Better Skin, I kind of like the matte and poreless better than this, but I do like the way it makes my skin look. I will say that I do like the concealer. This is a concealer that I will actually repurchase if I get the opportunity when I run out or whatever. This is just a great concealer and I do love it. I use it all the time. Other than that, guys, that's all I really have to say about this foundation. Again, I kind of give it a thumbs down personally, but again, I do have oily, sensitive skin. If you don't, and if you're more fortunate than I am, then go for it. Try it out yourselves. And that's all I have to say, guys. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos from me personally, make sure to subscribe to my channel. And if you watch this all the way to the end. Make sure, tell me what your favorite type of cake is. Personally, my favorite is red velvet, but I want to see what y'all's favorite type of cake is. But yeah guys, thanks for watching. Diga Panda out. This foundation rivals that of the Kat Von D foundation in that it has a lot more pigment than it does any of the other ingredients in this foundation. Literally, this foundation will cover up everything you have.